Bev Adams. I own an independent paper crafting business showcasing products from Stampin' Up. I sell the products I used in this project and also a few items to make crafting more convenient. I have the free detailed directions for this project on my website and a card kit available for purchase that includes the paper basics, etc. You'll see where to find all of that at the end of this video, so don't worry about taking notes. It's time to put stamps, ink, and paper together. This is the card using Timeless Tropical. It's a flip-flap card, and it also opens up as a traditional card. I did use Timeless Tropical, and you could use this entirely. I used Sending You Thoughts for the greeting, the Coastal Weave 3D embossing folder. I've already inked it up a little bit. My inks are Garden Green and Crumb Cake. You will want a crumb cake marker and a blender pen. I use the classic label punch and I use the detailed trio punch. This is the card kit, so if you don't get the kit from me, you can order the cardstock and other supplies and do the cutting, and I will have all the cutting dimensions. I've got 2 layers of crumb cake and garden green, a 2" by 6" strip scored at 2 and 2.5. You'll need some tear and tape. I have a piece of crumb cake that's 3.5 by 4 3/4, and this is an important size. I'm also using some Tropical Oasis Designer Series paper, and this is 4 by 5 1/4, and my traditional card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and a layer for the inside that is 4 by 5 1/4. A Whisper White envelope, a few inches of the braided trim, about 6 inches of linen thread, and some dimensionals, and a little bit of tear and tape. It will come in a folded piece of Whisper White cardstock. Don't throw that away. It's very useful for other projects. I'm going to start off by taking the larger piece of crumb cake cardstock, and I'm going to use the Coastal Weave 3D embossing folder and the crumb cake ink, and I'm just going to pat this on here. It's helpful to get it without any lines, but if you get lines, it's kind of okay. Put this on the clean side, it'll be way easier, and close it and run it through your die cutting machine. This is a Stampin' Up 3D embossing folder. It is one of the new styles of 3D embossing folders, so you need the blue plate to run it through, and that gives you this lovely design on your folder. You can run it through without the ink, but it really highlights that weave to it. And then we're going to go ahead and put our Designer Series paper on. This back side is lovely too. I was really going for a masculine card. And then the next larger piece of garden green with the coordinating crumb cake, we're going to stamp the palm trees. I just really want to ink the top of the palm trees, so I'm just tapping there, getting a scrap of paper out, and I'm taking off the ink from the trunks of the palm tree. If you don't take all of it off, you will have green trunks. You could also use soft suede or early espresso. But I'm using crumb cake. And I'm stamping kind of on the side. And then I'm going to do that again. You can see I've sort of got a little bit of green left on there, so I guess I didn't get it all off. stamp on the inside of my card. And without re-inking, I'm going to do a second generation on my envelope. Inking my happy birthday in the garden green and stamping it at the base of the trees. And inking another sensational year of you in the middle of the skinny crumb cake. I can go ahead and adhere my front piece and my skinny crumb cake. And we'll put the inside on the inside. Got ink on my fingers. Must be a happy stamper. Okey-doke. We're ready for the mechanism part now. You're going to take your classic label punch and stick it all the way in, kind of centered top and bottom. Then you're going to take that 2" by 6" strip. Make sure that you have this kind of flexible. You might even want to work it back and forth a few times. You don't want this to be stiff. And then put some dimensionals on the back of your embossed piece. You do not want any dimensionals in this section here, no adhesive here. You can put adhesive on this side if you'd like. This is where the mechanism is going to go, and you do not want it to get hung up on adhesive. So we're just going to stick this here. There's a smaller end and a larger end. On the larger end, the longer end, you're going to round the corner and then in the center you're going to use the hole punch. And this has a center marking, so it's easy to get a good idea of where that center is. Very helpful. Then you're going to fold it as close to in half as you can and put that punched part in so that it comes out just so the hole is just to the right of the embossed layer. And you're going to open this up and put tear and tape on just this outside edge. You want that hole to just be showing, and again folding it almost in half. And so now we can pull this out and put our braided cord in. You kind of have to squish it in to get it in, but it will go. And then I'm using the linen thread to tie a bow around that. I do want to tie this tight, so I think I'm going to tie this actually in a knot. And then tie it in a bow. Okay, now you can push that back in so that this lays flat, and you're going to put the inside in this larger section. And again, you can use tear and tape. You only are adhering it to this 2" piece. and kind of centering it top and bottom. You want to stay away from the crease a little bit. And then you're going to put tear and tape on this 1/2 inch section. And this tear and tape is a little bit more than half. So I'm going to take off the backing and put a second strip on so that I'm up against both sides of the crease. This is the only part that will hold on our top layer. So we want to center this here, and it should be right up against the edge of that 2-inch strip. And then when I pull this, you get a flip flap. The inside's done and the envelope's done. Here is the web address for this project, where you'll find the free detailed directions and links for the products I used. And you'll find a PayPal button to order the card kit you saw in this video. Under Shop, I have tips for online shopping, frequent shopping rewards, and products I offer to help you stay organized. I offer a cardstock sampler, taggers to help you identify those dies with lots of similar shapes, heavy-duty bags to store 12 by 12 and 6 by 6 paper, a replacement tip for the fine tip glue pen in case yours gets clogged, and a bow maker. Share my Evernote notebook of current products for a nominal contribution. It functions as a fully searchable catalog. Inspiration takes you to all my projects. If you're new to stamping, you might want to look at the basics. You'll find how to cut card bases and layers, what's special about Stampin' Up! Stamps, and some of my favorite tools. Under Organization, you'll find catalog tabs, labels and case inserts, a practically free stamp pad storage solution, a basic toolkit, as well as a compact desktop toolbox, and lots of color charts. You can take a tour of my craft wall. More organization means more time for crafting. Come stamp with me here in Ventura County, California, or get the best deal of all and join my team of crafters. The team is called SIP Together, and it stands for Stamps, Ink, and Paper Together. The team is made of crafters who want to save money on the products they buy, share with a few friends, or grow a business like mine. Be sure to subscribe to my website and on YouTube. I'd love to hear your comments. Thank you for joining me. Talk to you soon. Bye.